It's time to be really honest about parents in specifically America, because that's my lived experience. There's a lot of people that when I post content like, you need to enrich your children's minds with classes instead of items, and their knee-jerk reaction is, well, do you know how expensive that is? Do you know how expensive that is? I have 3 kids. Do you know how expensive that is? What's wrong with that statement? What's wrong with that statement? The thing I see wrong with that statement is that you chose to have 3 children and then found out that, shocker, classes cost money. Shocker, housing costs money. Shocker, healthy food costs money. How? Like, unless you are like a teen bride, where did you miss that memo? Why was that memo missed? I find it extremely irresponsible for men and women to complain about costs of children when every responsible human being knows that to raise a responsible human being is not cheap. You can't just give them an iPad and be like, have at it. Raising thoughtful, productive members of society takes effort and energy. Anyone with stressed out parents like I did, who didn't grow up rich like I did, can see the stress it takes on parents when you don't have money and resources and time. So what are the responsible adults doing today? Well, the millennials, starting with millennials, my generation, they're being really thoughtful about whether or not they should be procreating, because they know and they understand that this is a humongous responsibility. So when someone says to me, well, do you know how much it costs? Well, do you know how much it costs? I want to ask them, did you not know how much it costs? Did you not know? You didn't do your research before you decided to pop out a new baby? Like, you did not do the math to understand what daycare costs could look like? And now all you're doing is complaining about it? It is what it is. You make the decisions, you live with it. And that includes becoming a parent. If you cannot, take the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Like, you should have never had kids if you literally can't fend for yourself. If you cannot afford your own self, you have no business having children. And that's the hard truth. Nobody wants to say out loud, because this country is like all about, the nuclear family. You can't have a nuclear family when you have no jobs, when you have no way to earn a living.
Get some money first.
What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't know? What do you mean you didn't know that kids are expensive? And not just to give them the bare necessities, but to give them enriching activities that will help with their development. What do you mean? There's a creator on here that talked about it because she talked about how her parents gave her certain enrichment activities and that people should do that for their kids. And the comments were like, people, do you know how much that costs? Like, do you not know how expensive that is these days? Like, we don't have money for that. She's like, how did you not know? Of course I know. How did you not know? Did you not know? Before having a kid, you didn't consider all of those factors, that it's not just the bare minimum. Like, if you can't handle the bare minimum for yourself and then you're going to bring a kid into the world and just give them the bare minimum, knowing that so many more things are required. Social, creative, intelligent, a good person. It's going to take a lot more than just monetary value, but also your time, your energy, your effort. And that's when I come in with the whole screen conversation. That video blew up, and I cannot tell you how many comments on that video are like, well, I'm doing it alone. Well, my husband's gone a lot of the time. Well, it's hard. What if I have to get stuff done? Well, you assumed all of that about me. You know nothing about me. I didn't say it wasn't hard. It is hard. That is the whole point. It's hard. Comments that are like, well, we keep the TV on in the background, but that doesn't count. Big screen doesn't count as a screen. It does. The research is right there. The research is right there. I made a whole video about it. You can go watch it. And I'm a little sassy right now because what do you mean you did not know? If you know that the research shows abundantly clear that it is not good for your kids' development, and you still choose to do it because it doesn't benefit them, but it benefits you because it makes your life easier.
You're gonna be on food stamps their whole life.
In the long run, it does not make theirs easier. And truly, if we're talking about it, it does not make yours easier in the long run either. because it's going to create other challenges that you're still going to have to deal with later on. Or you can choose to ignore them. And then, like, when I was a high school teacher and I saw this show up in my classroom time and time again, it was clear which parents did what, which parents put the time, energy, effort in, which parents had the resources. I can smell the comments. I can smell the comments right now. This is going to piss some people off.
You can tell the difference. You can even tell the difference in the extracurricular activities.
Having a kid is a very weighty thing. There is a lot of responsibility that comes with that. And you're probably sitting here like, duh.
She's holding her tongue. Just trying to pick her words carefully.
People, though, do not take the acts that have to happen to have a child. They do not treat that with the same weight. You with me?
I'm with you, boo.
This problem starts a lot earlier than no screens with your kid. Are you with me?
I'm with you, boo. She's on it.
Yeah.
So me and this guy just broke up because he wants kids and I don't. And I don't want to be pregnant, which is like my main reason. But I'm open to adoption, or in all honesty, I feel like I'm going to end up with a guy who already has a kid, because that way the kid already has a mom. I can just be like the wisdom and the caretaker, but like they are the parents. Like I am not your parent. To an extent, you know what I mean? Stepmom has their role. That's like kind of my ideal world, so that like if I want to go travel and do things, which is hence my reason I don't want a kid, I can give them to the parent and then I can leave, you know what I mean? Or I can give them to the mom and then me and my husband can go travel. That's the ideal setup, right? But this man wants his own kid and I can't give that to him. I have my tubes tied. I cannot, or out. So I cannot give you what you desire, which is hence why we broke up. But the thing, part of me just feels like, and I know that this is not how he feels, he's such a sweet man, but a part of me feels like, oh, I'm just like this vessel for you. Like you just see me as this thing that can give you babies. Like, I know that's not how he feels. I know that like wanting a family is very ingrained in our biology. I'm so aware of that. But like, I would want to be a dad too. Like, I want to go to work and come home and have everything done. You know what I mean? Like, of course you want a housewife. So do I. I would love that. I would love to go to work and come home and be the dad. I want to be the dad. You know? We can't both be dads. Hence why we broke up. I just, you know, and I knew this was going to happen at some point, okay? Like, I'm very aware